Tonight, a suspicious death.
The police were here and the lights flashing, and I found out that there was a deceased body at the end of the street.
Ottawa police investigating after a man's body was found near the Beechwood Cemetery. The city pushing ahead with a plea to the province to keep photo radar in school zones.
This is not about anything other than protecting the safety of our kids, and that's why I think we need to find a solution here.
Unanimous approval of a Tim Tierney motion today. At a downtown church taking issue with paid parking on Saturdays.
What message are we giving to people when they come downtown and get a parking ticket because they've come to church?
St. Patrick Basilica says that particular day is a busy one for the church, and people parked in pews for weddings, baptisms, and morning mass should not first have to pay to park on the street. Good evening. We begin tonight with the latest on the investigation into a death east of the downtown core. The body of a 21-year-old man was found on a residential street this morning, and the Ottawa Police Homicide Unit is treating his death as criminally suspicious. The body was discovered in the 400 block of Meadow Park Place near Saint Laurent Boulevard, across from Beechwood Cemetery. It happened just after 8 a.m. CTV's Katie Griffin is here with the latest. Katie.
Patricia, police spent much of the day on the quiet residential street documenting the scene and speaking with neighbors to figure out what might have happened.
On this quiet street, a gruesome discovery.
Woke up this morning, opened the blinds, and the police were here and the lights flashing, and I found out that there was a deceased body at the end of the street.
A 21-year-old man found dead outside on Meadow Park Place Wednesday morning.
It's concerning that this is going on right now, and we don't really know what's happening.
I have two young kids. It's a pretty scary reality. Makes me feel sad for whoever this is, his family as well.
The Ottawa Police Homicide Unit is leading the investigation.
It is being investigated as a suspicious death at this point.
Investigators going door to door, speaking with neighbors. They also want to speak with anyone who had been traveling on the Aviation Parkway or who saw pedestrians on the Aviation Pathway between 7 p.m. on October 21st and 7 a.m. on October 22nd.
If there's anyone out there that has any information about this incident, or if you have video footage either from a dash cam from a car or from a residence that would cover this area, last night into this morning, we would appreciate you reaching out to the Ottawa Police Homicide Unit.
An autopsy is being performed and the man's identity has not been released. Police are still notifying family. Patricia.
CTV's Katie Griffin live for us tonight. Thank you. We do have extended coverage of the police investigation into the suspicious death. There are more stories online at ctvnewsottawa.ca. Well, the fight against Premier Doug Ford's plan to ban speed cameras continues tonight. Ottawa councillors unanimously approving a motion today urging the provincial government to keep photo radar in school zones. CTV's Tyler Fleming joins us live in studio with more on this. Tyler.
Yeah, Patricia, councillors are unified in sending a clear message to the Ford government saying road safety matters with proof. Photo radar works, and its deactivation around school zones would be a dangerous move. It is a debate that never seems to run out of fuel.
I don't like them when I get tickets.
Absolutely, they definitely work. And where it's just a big open road, like you don't really need it, it's kind of a cash grab.
Either way, the province wants to slam the brakes on photo radar.
The community here will be upset with that. We do prioritize the safety of our children.
Giovanni Carlucci says speed cameras work and should remain in school zones, like at this Barhaven Elementary School his kids attend.
I can see I live right across the street. In the school zones, I do think it should be mandatory, and the fine should probably be increased to discourage drivers from stunt driving.
Signing on with support, City Council, which on Wednesday unanimously voted to call on the province to keep cameras in school zones.
The data shows we've reduced speeds within those school zones dramatically. I'm deadly afraid after they turn off those cameras, what those speeds will be.
Many residents agree.
There's children running around, and you can stop faster if you're going slower.
And you obviously can't pay a police officer to wait the whole time, like during school hours.
While the province says large signs and flashing lights are more effective, Ottawa's mayor disagrees.
This is not about anything other than protecting the safety of our kids, and that's why I think we need to find a solution here, and I encourage members of the public to make their voices heard on this issue.
They'll stop right here.
Carlucci says before the camera, the street seemed like a racetrack. He wants it to stay and is hoping for a compromise.
I understand what the province is trying to do. However, it doesn't mean we have to, at the cost of the children's safety. I don't agree with that.
While the Ontario government has tabled a bill that includes eliminating photo radar, there's no timeline for a vote, giving residents and council hope the province may rethink its plan. Patricia.
All right, CTV's Tyler Fleming on this for us tonight. Thank you. Well, weeks after paid on-street parking was introduced in more neighborhoods, a downtown church is calling on the city to show a little mercy. St. Patrick Basilica wants to see the weekend parking restrictions around the church rescinded, saying it hosts several important events on Saturdays and does not want to see people ticketed. St. Patrick Basilica is located in Centretown on Kent Street near Nepean. CTV's Kimberly Fowler joining us live now with the details on this. Kimberly.
Well, Patricia, St. Patrick Basilica's rector says that the church was not consulted on the changes to parking rules, and the pay-to-pray approach is not the way to get people to attend any services. Father Stephen Ames is now calling on the city to stop charging for parking on Gloucester and Nepean streets on Saturdays. He says St. Patrick is the largest church and place of worship in the area, and Saturdays include scheduled masses at 7:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m., and they accommodate many baptisms, wedding, funerals, and confessions right throughout the day.
Politicians in the city at all three levels are talking about revitalization of downtown. What message are we giving to people when they come downtown and get a parking ticket because they've come to church?
This fall, the city implemented extended paid on-street parking hours in the downtown area on evenings and on Saturdays as part of a plan to encourage vehicle turnover for on-street parking. Father Ames adds that it doesn't make any sense to have extended paid parking on Nepean Street because the church is the only building on the city block and that there's a school across the street that's not open on Saturdays. Patricia.
All right, CTV's Kimberly Fowler live for us tonight. Thank you. And you can scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen to link to us online or visit ctvnewsottawa.ca. We have more details on the concerns about the introduction of paid on-street parking in Centretown and in other areas across the city. Still ahead, closing in Carp and suggesting customers find them in Canada. Scotiabank, the latest to shut down a bank branch in Ottawa. How customers are impacted. That story coming up. And we are going to head out to Jackie now, who is out at Saunders Farm tonight for our first look at the forecast. A great place to be in October, Jackie.
Yeah, 'tis the season, Patricia. It is the first of 11 nights in a row celebrating Halloween at Saunders Farms. The gates have already opened. Everyone excited to get a little ghoulish scare for this Wednesday. You know what's a little scary? How cold the weather is starting to get as we get to much chillier fall conditions. Taking a look now, we did see a little bit of light rain showers moving through the region. A little bit of that rain moving through Ottawa as well. Still a chance we could see showers continuing through eastern Ontario throughout this evening. Right now it's about 10 degrees. We saw a daytime high of 12. And yeah, the sun already starting to set, so the day is definitely getting much shorter. Taking a look at conditions right now, we are anticipating that we are going to see some rainfall move through towards around Ottawa as well, and that's going to carry on into tomorrow, and it's expected to linger as well. So there is not much chance for sunshine as we look towards our weather conditions for tomorrow, but we will have some for the weekend. We'll have those details and much more in just a bit. But Patricia, taking a look here right now, it's not bad for the temperature here when temperature's sitting around 10, 11 degrees. If you are coming down, it opens until 10 p.m. We'll have details and much more from here at Saunders Farm in just a little bit.
All right, thank you. Well, it is a big night for Mark Carney. The Prime Minister is set to deliver a primetime speech about the economy to students here in Ottawa. There's a lot at stake for his government as they look to shore up support from other parties to pass the upcoming federal budget. Carney met with leaders of the Bloc and Conservatives today, with the vote less than 2 weeks away. CTV's Mike LeCouture has the details.
What is the message you hope to convey to Canadians tonight with your address?
The message will be conveyed in the address.
The Prime Minister was tight-lipped ahead of his evening speech, which is being given to students who are entering the workforce at a moment of rupture in our history.
We have to make major investments in our economic capacity and our trade capacity. And I haven't seen the speech, but I'm sure he'll be talking about some of those things.
CTV News has learned the speech will focus on 4 themes: diversifying trade partners away from the U.S., a new talent and immigration plan to fill the workforce's needs, climate, and the core principle of the budget, to spend less and invest more. After an early morning meeting with the Prime Minister, the leader of the Bloc Québécois said his MPs will support the budget if some key demands are met, including increasing health transfers to the provinces by more than $11 billion.
It's their responsibility and only theirs to find somebody to vote with them. They know our conditions, and if they wake up a little bit late, it's once again their problem.
Ahead of his meeting with the Prime Minister, the Conservative leader was open to collaboration.
And if he takes my suggestions of bringing down the deficit to the level the Liberal government promised, of getting rid of the hidden taxes on food, well, then let's have a look at it.
Now, if the Liberals can't get opposition support for November's budget, the government would fall, and there would be the second election in just 7 months. But multiple MPs say Canadians aren't in the mood for that. Mike Lecouteur, CTV News, Ottawa.
Carney will be delivering tonight's speech at 7:30. CTV's Vashi Kapelis will host a special edition of Power Play underway at 7. You can watch that on CTV News channel and ctvnews.ca. Well, residents in Manotick have had enough of truck traffic cutting through their village. The city has restricted the vehicles from driving down some streets, but those living there say it does not go far enough. Right now, Bridge Street, connecting to Mitch Owens Road, is designated a truck route. CTV's Peter Sperling joins us now live with more. Peter.
Patricia, it's just an issue that's not going away. For years, Manotick residents have tried to do something about trucks using the village as a major connecting route. According to one study, 1,000 trucks a day pass through.
It's the type of close call involving a truck residents want to avoid.
We're very concerned primarily about public safety.
This is Bridge Street through the village of Manotick, a major east-west connecting route. Used by many trucks.
We call it an invasion of heavy trucks.
The city announced a partial ban on trucks last fall. Residents say that's not good enough.
Trying to get the city to close the through truck route in the village of Manotick.
I was almost killed riding my bike across the bridge.
Jim Sproul, part of an advocacy group wanting to reroute truck traffic, commissioning a study.
Which showed that 90% of the traffic goes to Manotick is not coming to Manotick, they're just going through Manotick. Only 10% have a destination for this little village.
According to that study, 1,000 trucks per weekday pass through here.
I know residents want more action faster, so do I. We are lockstep with that goal in mind. One of the big changes that we've made is...
Area Councillor David Brown says the city is currently undertaking a rural south truck study.
Certainly for me, the goal of that study is to show that Bridge Street in Manotick is not an appropriate route for heavy trucks to be driving through the heart of the village.
Brown says the city has already restricted trucks from Manotick Main Street 9 months of the year, but residents say that doesn't fix the Bridge Street issue.
This is still a priority for me, but again, we need to stay united as a community. We need to work towards a solution that will be supported by council.
We absolutely need something to happen, and sooner rather than later. It's imperative.
Now, residents understanding that some trucks would need to access the village to make deliveries, for example. They say the problem is with the majority of trucks cutting through. They are hosting a community meeting next week and have also a petition online. Patricia.
CTV's Peter Sperling live for us tonight. Thank you. Well, it's another blow to Canada's auto sector. A Quebec manufacturing plant is laying off hundreds of workers. PACCAR, which assembles commercial trucks, is located about 35 kilometers outside of Montreal. Unifor says the job cuts impact around 300 employees. The layoffs come just days after President Donald Trump imposed 25% tariffs on medium and heavy-duty truck imports.
The productivity at the plant is good, so there's no structural problem with this plant. The only reason we're shutting down this much right now, or the employer is shutting down this much right now, it's because of the tariffs. There's no other reason.
The union is calling on the government to buy Canadian, including heavy-duty trucks that are made here in Canada. Well, the Blue Jays are set to open the World Series against the Dodgers on Friday, and the games are the hottest tickets in every town. Tickets are selling for thousands of dollars, prompting the Premier to again threaten he is going to crack down on resellers. CTV's Queen's Park Bureau Chief Siobhan Morris has more.
Outside the Rogers Centre, the headquarters for so much joy the last few days, everyone has a story of woe of being denied a coveted World Series ticket.
I was, I think, 138,000 in the queue for Game 6.
I wasn't able to get any. It's been crazy.
The tickets vanished in a flash. The resale market that took over.
Too expensive.
Fans have reported tickets listed for north of $25,000. That's what some Torontonians pay for rent in a whole year.
They need to do something about it. People shouldn't be making a business from reselling tickets. It just doesn't make sense.
The Premier has heard those frustrations and is considering changes.
My personal opinion, I got to talk to the whole team, but they're gouging the people. When you have one player in the market that controls the tickets, that's not right for the people. So we're actually reviewing that right now.
Doug Ford says he'll look at reviving a legislative move his government killed in its early days. It would cap the price for a resale ticket at 50% markup. In 2018, Ford's office said the measure introduced by the Liberals couldn't actually be enforced. But Blue Jays fans are giving this a standing ovation.
That's a really reasonable thing to do. It allows people to actually afford to come into games and shows that you want to be able to see.
That makes a lot of sense to me. Like, price gouging is out of control.
I think that's something good. The amount people are trying to make off other people, I think, is unfair.
Opposition parties don't think the government should have shut down the anti-scalping measure in the first place.
The Ford government once again failed everyday people in order to align themselves with corporate interests.
We need the government to take action.
People expect their government to make sure there's fairness.
Fans are still willing to stretch their budgets to witness history.
800 max. Yeah, for like the 500 seats.
But for now, they'll have to hope this is more than a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Siobhan Morris, CTV News.
If it leaves, then what else leaves? And I don't know, maybe it's not a good sign of the times.
Well, just ahead, they're not banking on service in Carp. Residents raise concerns about Scotiabank's plan to close another branch in the capital. Jackie.
Thanks so much, Patricia. We are hanging out with a couple of first-timers to Saunders Farm. What are you looking forward to most tonight?
Getting scared.
Getting scared. Do we like getting scared?
It depends.
It depends. That's the best answer here. Yeah. There are 7 attractions here that you can check out. They're open till 10 p.m. tonight. Here's a live look. There are Centennial Glass Skycam showcasing Spark Street. It's currently 10 degrees, but you'll warm up with all these scares that are happening here.
CTV Ottawa is your home for local news.
Katie Griffin, CTV News in the Byward Market.
Centertown.
Canada.
Stittsville. Bringing you local stories that matter the most to you.
Kimberly Fowler in Westboro.
Orleans. Barhaven.
From every corner of the community.
In the Glebe.
Manotick.
Merrickville.
Brockville.
From the team you trust, we are CTV News Ottawa.
Live, local, breaking news. CTV News Ottawa.
Your morning just got a little brighter. Wake up and start your day with CTV Your Morning, and you could be $20,000 richer. Simply watch CTV Your Morning Ottawa for the daily code word. Then enter it online at ctvottawa.ca for your chance to win. Imagine what you could do with an extra $20,000. CTV Your Morning's $20,000 giveaway. Watch CTV Your Morning Ottawa, weekday morning 6 to 9.
Our popular Team of the Week segment is back. If you want to be a part of our Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week, upload your video to ctvnewsottawa.ca. A community institution in Ottawa's West End is set to close. Scotiabank is shutting down its branch in Carp next year and moving services into Canada. The branch is located on Donald B. Munro Drive. CTV's Dylan Dyson was out speaking with residents today.
Living just steps from the Carp Scotiabank branch, 92-year-old Betty Borg says having a bank in her community is so important.
It's that trust you're losing.
because you're going to be just dealing with it, online. It's really what they want.
Scotiabank has announced it will be shutting down its CARP branch on Donald B. Munro Drive on October 21st, 2026.
We should have a trusted advisor that we can talk to in a bank that we can reach. So, no, it's very disappointing.
In a statement explaining the closure, Scotiabank says, with client preferences changing and more day-to-day banking being done digitally, we are continuing to evolve how we serve our clients and invest in areas that make it easier for our clients to bank with us in multiple ways.
The idea of closing smaller banks in like CARP and other small areas takes away from the whole area in terms of what's available.
People rely on having some kind of banking need in town, and I mean, it's not like a lot of customers come here on the regular, but you know, it's an institution and it's been around and people rely on it.
As of next October, all accounts at the CARP Scotiabank will move 13 kilometers away to the Scotiabank in Canada at Terry Fox and Campo Drive. But just meters up the road, the retirement residence relies heavily on the local branch.
Whether they go down there and exchange funds on a regular basis or not, they have the security that it's just around the corner. Because at this age, it's very important for them to know that their finances are secure.
We don't drive. Most of the people here don't drive.
The banking institution also says it plans to close its Chesterville location next May and move those services to Castleman. In August, Scotiabank closed its branch on the campus of Carleton University.
And probably the next thing they'll be looking at is the post office down the street here.
If it leaves, then what else leaves? And I don't know, maybe it's not a good sign of the times.
Dylan Dyson, CTV News.
Well, after a rainy afternoon, the skies are clearing a bit this evening. An absolutely beautiful morning over in Gatineau Park today. The fall colors still looking good out there. It was a cool but sunny start to the day, and our camera person Madison even managed to capture some deer in the forest this morning. Always magical when you come across that sight. Love it. It's kind of the other kind of magic. I don't know, witchcraft, wizardry, all of that, where Jackie is tonight at Saunders Farm checking our weather for us. Jackie.
Yeah, thanks so much, Patricia. From beautiful fall colors in the morning, or in the daytime, you should say, when you could find it here at Saunders Farm, then when the night falls, the terror begins. But not only is the terror here at the haunted home, but I don't want to say we're quite yet with that chilly conditions, but it is definitely dropping in terms of temperature. So bring the toque, bring some layers if you're heading out here, because it is going to be much chillier as we get to the overnight. So take a look right now. 10 degrees is what we have. We saw a daytime high of 12 degrees, so not much in terms of a difference, because we didn't really see a lot in terms of sunshine. There was a little bit of rain activity, though. We are expecting it to linger really more around Kingston area, the Seaway, even around Deep River. But for right now here in Ottawa, we are anticipating just mainly cloudy skies, which will carry on into the evening. As we look towards tomorrow, the chance of showers anticipated to linger around for most of the day tomorrow. 5 degrees to start off. We're only getting to a daytime high about 10, 11 degrees. Mainly cloudy, hopefully by the 6 o'clock hour. But we are having some calmer winds, westerly winds coming in as well. Tonight's lows across the region sitting between 4 and 6 degrees. So this is normally what we want to see this time of year. We've got 7 degrees for Kingston down by the Seaway. And as we look towards parts of Petawawa, 4 degrees as well. So it's a little chillier, but seasonal at this time of year. As we look towards tomorrow's highs, 10 degrees here in Ottawa, about 9 in Bancroft, chance of showers as well. We've got 12 degrees in Kingston, so we are hitting about seasonal this time of year. That's the good news. Across the country now, taking a look here, much cooler conditions as we can see, 5 degrees in Thunder Bay. We've got Timmins, 4 degrees, mix of sun and cloud. A little warmer by Windsor, 10 degrees. And when we look towards the prairies, we are seeing temperatures fairly similar, but the good news is they've got the sunshine moving through. 14 degrees in Alberta, a cool 11 in Vancouver. Now, the 7-day forecast is brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Center, celebrating over 80 years in family business. So the cooling trend will carry on for really the rest of our week. The good news is we are anticipating sunshine, but that's not until we get to Saturday and even Sunday, where we will have much more in terms of the vitamin D. But we are going to have those chillier conditions, -1 as we get into our Monday. So yeah, the overnights, we're getting closer to living in the freezing mark. So winter is on its way, but we don't want that anytime soon, because we are going to enjoy Fright Fest here at Saunders Farm for at least another week.
We go together, better than birds of a feather, you and me.
Ottawa, get ready. The Jonas Brothers are coming to the Canadian Tire Centre on December 15th. And joining the party is special guest Jesse McCartney, and we want you there. Thanks to our friends at Ottawa's Move 100, we have your chance to experience one unforgettable night. You could win a pair of tickets in the first 5 rows to see the Jonas Brothers. Head over to ctvottawa.ca now and enter for your chance to win. Wishing you the best of luck. Now, Patricia, we had a lot of scares so far. We're not even in the first half. I don't even know who this is right now joining me, but we are going to be hanging out with very many and much more. So I hope you don't get too scared in the next 40 minutes or so.
Just let me know if there's going to be any screaming. I'll get that earpiece out real quick. Those girls were pretty good.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Jackie.
Something I'm going to, tackle head on and be better because of it.
Well, just ahead, Sens captain Brady Tkachuk shares an update on the early season injury that has taken him out of play.
Tonight, the Prime Minister's pitch to young Canadians.
We have to make major investments in our economic capacity.
What he revealed about the financial snapshot, plus the high stakes if the budget fails to pass. Later on CTV National News.
Well, today marks 11 years since the attack at the National War Memorial that claimed the life of Corporal Nathan Cirillo. He was just 24 years old when he was gunned down standing guard at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier on October 22, 2014. The attacker then stormed Parliament Hill, where he was shot to death. Well, now some other stories you need to know right now. Sens fans are getting a chance to hear directly from Brady Tkachuk for the first time since his injury.
It's part of the game, so first time going through it, so it's going to be a new experience for me, but something that I'm going to tackle head on and be better because of it.
The Sens captain says it's too soon to know when he'll be back on the ice, but he wants to play as soon as possible. His thumb was injured during the home opener when he was cross-checked into the boards. He has since undergone surgery, which he says lasted 2 hours, and repaired ligaments and joints in his thumb. The team says he is expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks.
Goes down to Perron, back to Shabbat. Now he'll let it go. Big screen, scores!
There was that goal in the third period by Thomas Chabot that sent last night's game at the Canadian Tire Centre into overtime. In the end, however, the Sens lost to the Oilers 3-2. They've now lost 5 of their 7 games this season. But there was a high-profile fan in the crowd at last night's game.
There's a look in the seats. Prime Minister Mark Carney shaking a few hands.
Cheering against the Sens, perhaps. Prime Minister Mark Carney, an Oilers fan, was in the stands. He took some selfies and shook hands with some fellow Edmonton fans. The Senators are back at home tomorrow, hosting the Philadelphia Flyers. Well, according to a new report, the number of crimes reported on OC Transpo buses and the LRT was down slightly last year. There were more than 20,000 reported incidents in 2024, down 1% from the year before. The number of crimes against people was down 13% in 2024. An Ottawa councillor wants the city to crack down on residents feeding wildlife around their homes. Laura Dudas says she's hearing from people who are raising concerns about rats, mice, skunks, and raccoons around their property. She tells News Talk 580 CFRA's The Morning Rush she has introduced a motion to propose a wildlife feeding bylaw. The rules would not apply to bird feeders.
Yep, perfect. Thank you.
Well, the countdown to Halloween is on. Many Ottawa homes are already decked out. We want to showcase some of the city's most creative decorations. All you have to do is submit your photos. You can do that on our website's online gallery or send them to ottawaphotos@ctv.ca. And speaking of Halloween, we want to go back out to Saunders Farm, where it is all Halloween all month long. And Jackie is standing by. Doesn't look like there's anyone too creepy anywhere close. I'll try and watch out for you, Jackie.
Yeah, They're pretty friendly here. The football, I think he's a rugby player, football player behind me. They look pretty friendly. They're taking pictures. But the night is set. The gates have opened. People are coming in for the first of what will be 11 nights in a row for Halloween. I got Kristen Collins here. Can you tell us all about here what's happening at Saunders Farm for the next 11 days straight?
Yes, absolutely. So this is our Halloween, which means we're open every night until November 1st. So you can come and check out all 7 of our haunted attractions. We've got amazing food, Saunders cider made right here on site. It's an amazing way to get out, especially if you love Halloween. It's fantastic.
Have you always thought, hey, when I grow up, I'm going to work at a haunted attraction site?
You know what? I didn't. But as someone who loves Halloween, this is the right place to be. I mean, you get to celebrate the season every day. So it's like coming into a theme park every day to work.
Absolutely. 7 attractions. Do you have a favorite that a must see, a must experience to get you the socks knocked off your feet or the shoes knocked off your feet?
You know what? As a person who doesn't love clowns, I have to say it's the Circus Macabre. It never fails to absolutely terrify me no matter how many times I do it. So that's the can't miss for sure.
Oh my gosh. All right. The things are just getting started here. You've got sweet treats. And for those who don't love the scare so much or want to bring the little ones who are not quite ready for that fright, there is the pumpkin experience in the morning or the daytime.
Yes, you got it exactly. So Pumpkin Fest is on for 2 more weekends. We've got next weekend, and then we're throwing in a bonus day on November 1st, which is fantastic.
Bonus day!
A bonus day that's brand new this year, so you can come out on our very last day. We're going to have a drone show in the evening. It's going to be incredible.
There's so much to do here, so many variety of options. So Fright Fest happening from 6 to 10. Head to the website for some details. Final thing about Halloween, favorite memory for you?
Yeah, I think it's probably honestly coming with my own friends as a guest and getting to experience it when I'm not working. It's amazing.
All right, well, thank you so much, Kirsten. We're going to check out some of these Halloween haunts and attractions. My favorite is the wagon ride there because you don't have to move around fearing for tripping and falling, Patricia, but you still get the scares.
The haunted hayride where occasionally you get chased. Yeah, lots of fun, Jackie. Thank you very much.
Occasionally.
I think the Blue Jays have more spirit, and they play like the team is even all the way down from 1 to 9, and they play like a team.
Well, coming up as we get closer to Game 1 of the World Series, just how do the Jays stack up against the Dodgers? We dig into the stats after the break. Well, here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. It is 10 degrees in the capital right now. Well, Friday cannot come soon enough for the Toronto Blue Jays and their fans. That's when the team takes on the defending World Series champion, the LA Dodgers. So how do the two teams stack up? CTV's Heather Wright breaks down the numbers.
Tinseltown versus Hogtown, Hollywood versus, well, Hollywood North. The World Series heads to Toronto this week. 2 teams, 2 cities, but only 1 champion.
Nervous, a little bit of an upset tummy, but I think we can do it. I think the Blue Jays have more spirit, and they play like the team is even all the way down from 1 to 9, and they play like a team.
As they were at the start of the season, the Dodgers are the betting favorites to win their 2nd World Series title in as many years.
She's gone!
While the Blue Jays have gone from worst to first, finishing dead last in the American League in 2024 to winning it all this year.
I think that it's anybody's game, and I think the Jays are the underdogs, and the underdogs always come out.
The LA Dodgers have won 8 World Series in their history compared to 2 for the Toronto Blue Jays. And when it comes to payroll, both teams may be big spenders, but LA has doled out far more cash for stars like Shohei Ohtani and Mookie Betts.
The Dodgers' payroll is closer to $350 million, whereas the Blue Jays is about $250. So $100 million, that's a huge gap, right? That's another Shohei Ohtani or 2, right, that they can afford with that difference.
And while the Dodgers took the season series against the Blue Jays 2-1, the Jays have the better regular season record and have earned home field advantage because of it, which at least one statistician says gives the Jays a slight edge.
When I did a simple statistical model and just tried to put it all together, I'm currently estimating Toronto with a 52.46% chance of winning the World Series.
At the end of the day, though, there really is only one number that matters, and that is 4. 4 games to win the World Series. Heather Wright, CTV News, Toronto.
Well, gold started the day in decline after taking a big hit on Tuesday. BNN Bloomberg's Marella Fernandez has those details.
Gold hit a high on Monday of close to $4,400 US an ounce. On Tuesday, it started to sink. The precious metal dropped more than 5% yesterday, which was the steepest one-day price drop in more than a decade. It lost another 1.5% earlier today before starting to recover. But gold has had a banner year overall, gaining over 50% as countries turned away from the US dollar and towards gold as a safe haven. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is up to 71.51. West Texas Intermediate crude is up to 58.50. Western Canadian Select up to 45.07. And the TSX is up 94 points today, but still under 30,000. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marella Fernandez.
Well, coming up, we meet our Myers Team of the Week. We'll be joined in studio by the Canadian Handball Academy.
You're watching CTV News with Patricia Bowl.
Tamarack Ottawa Race Weekend returns May 23rd and 24th, and it's never too early to join Canada's biggest running celebration. From the full and the half marathons to the 10K, the 5K, and the 2K, there's a distance for everyone. Register early to save on fees, jumpstart your training, and get ahead on fundraising in the Desjardins Charity Challenge. Join thousands at the start line and be a part of something amazing. Visit runottawa.ca for more information.
Well, it's time now to meet our Myers Team of the Week. Teams are invited to send us a video to describe why their group is the greatest. Tonight's team is the Canadian Handball Academy. There they are in action. Handball, a fast-paced, exciting sport. This team is one big family on the court. They cheer each other on and celebrate every success, no matter the score. Their dream is to help handball grow across Canada and inspire more young people to discover the sport, which I think is so interesting as these players join us here in studio, because I feel like even here, a lot of people are like, oh, handball, right? We've seen that at the Olympics. Some of us don't remember playing it. I have nieces in Australia who love the game, Rose, and I was trying to get them to tell me some inside scoop about handball. What is it you love about playing handball?
I love that it's a very inclusive sport and that you don't need to be a professional handball player. You could be just starting or getting into the sport, and that it's co-ed, so that's what's also kind of nice about it, and that it's really just, fun to play, and it's very welcoming.
Nice. So how would you describe it to friends who don't know it? Would you say it's kind of like a soccer, but you get to use your hands, or kind of like a basketball, but the net's different, or?
Yeah, I'd say about that, because it's kind of like basketball in a way, but the ball is smaller, and the soccer part is essentially, the net is about the same size, just a bit smaller.
We're seeing it there in the gym. So this is what my niece told me by text. She's like, do you want to know about the kind of handball I play in the gym, or the kind of at the Olympics? Because if it's the Olympics, you got to Google it. But that was my experience. I saw some people from a Korean team who were so engaged and so excited about their handball, and it looks like it is a blast and a good workout. And Sarah is one of the parents who helps out with the handball team. And did you ever play handball when you were younger?
No, not this version. I think in Canada we played something that we called handball, but I don't think it's the global handball.
Okay, so the global handball is part of the reason that you're kind of loving this and wanting to raise some awareness, because there's a lot of kids who come here to Canada and are like, oh, we're used to playing handball.
Yeah, that's one of the big things that we really want to promote. And with all the newcomers to Canada, this is a sport that would be really familiar to them, and they are very excited when they find out that our team is there. So we just want to ensure people are aware of that we have a team, and that it'll continue to grow.
And you might use some of that $1,000 that you're getting from Myers to promote that awareness. Nikki's going to come on in and share that check with you. You can walk right here in front. And Nikki, I don't know if you've played handball, but how excited are you to support these kids who are doing what they love?
Honestly, I'm so happy to be privileged to be here representing Myers Group tonight. And I'm so happy to see these beautiful, amazing kids being the winner of these amazing dollars here. And we love it, and we always continue to support this local charity.
Beautiful, and we appreciate you for doing that. And we're going to hear more about handball, because these guys are spreading the word. Maybe it's a great sport for your kids. Maybe your kids are doing something else. If they want to be a part of our Myers Automotive Group Team of the Week, just upload your video to ctvottawa.ca. This sport's a lot of fun, too. Jays fans were certainly happy with the Game 7 win to clinch a spot in the World Series, but they are showing some kindness to Seattle. We explain that just ahead. Jackie.
Hey guys, we are still hanging out at Saunders Farm. The Coven is where we want to be. I got some first-timers. Frank, you got some cider with you. You brought some friends. What are we anticipating here?
Well, we're looking to get scared.
Okay. What about yourself? Okay, check. Scared. What's next? More fear.
Outbuilding.
He's terrified right now. Thank you for playing. We're going to take a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam showcasing Parliament Hill, Chateau Laurier. Current temperature 10 degrees.
You're watching CTV News with Patricia Bowl.
Pure Country 94 wants to send you to Sandals South Coast in Jamaica. We're giving away an all-inclusive Caribbean vacation for 2 every weekday. Listen for your chance to win. Pure Country Passport with Sandals Resorts. Get closer to the Caribbean.
Well, tomorrow on CTV Your Morning Ottawa, TSN broadcaster James Duthie joins us to tell us about his new book, all about hockey's hidden history. Wake up the right way with Your Morning Ottawa starting at 6 a.m.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
Well, here's what's on CTV tonight. E-Talk, shifting gears, the floor, George and Mandy's first marriage, and the amazing race. Here's a recap of the top stories we are following right now.
Disconcerting that this is going on right now and we don't really know what's happening.
The Ottawa Police Homicide Unit is investigating after the body of a 21-year-old man was found on a residential road in the area east of the Beechwood Cemetery this morning.
And you obviously can't pay a police officer to wait the whole time, like during school hours.
Ottawa councillors passing a motion today calling on the province to keep speed cameras in school zones.
What message are we giving to people when they come downtown and get a parking ticket because they've come to church?
A downtown church is calling on the city to rescind paid on-street parking in the area on Saturdays, saying it does not want people attending funerals, weddings, or mass to be ticketed. We want to take a final look at the forecast now. Back out to Saunders Farm, nervously checking in with Jackie once again. What's happening there now?
Patricia, we're lining up for our next adventure. I think it involves the hayride, the haunted hayride, but we're going to get to that in a minute because we want to know, is it going to continue to rain into tomorrow? Well, there is still a chance of showers that will carry on for our morning. 5 degrees waking up, so you do want your umbrella close by, so keep it on hand with you. As we look towards the next 7 days, we are getting a daytime high about 10 degrees. This will trend well into Saturday, so the cool conditions kick it around for quite a bit. And here's the thing. The good news is we are expecting dry conditions and some sunshine as we move towards Saturday and into Sunday. That's the good news. Enjoy the next few days for this rain because it's much needed. However, I am anticipating a good time for this weekend because the Jays Game 1 World Series is on Friday. We'll likely have clear skies. Halloween Fright Fest is taking place at Saunders Farm this weekend. So many activities to take in for this gorgeous conditions. That's it from us here, Kimberly and Patricia. I kind of bud the line a little bit to get around everyone here. Does everyone want to wave hello to CTV? Yeah, they do. All right, we're gonna head into this wagon ride, go for a little ride. Here we go. See you guys in a little bit. Maybe I'll take this back to the station, who knows? All right, onward, let's do it.
She got the whole wagon to herself. It's such an evolution out there at Saunders Farm. Your kids start off being okay with the ride in the daytime, then you move up to nighttime, then you get in the line for the Barn of Terror, then they decide they're too scared, they got to come back next year. So much fun, and then they just go. Yeah. It's a good time. You
they
have to
decide
check it
that they're scared, not
Absolutely.
you. Right?
Kimberly Fowler is looking ahead to our 11:30. What are we working on for tonight?
Well, we do have the Prime Minister speaking to those Ottawa students tonight about the economy, so we keep an eye on that. We'll also be checking out the third stop along Jeff Leaper's listening tour. In the lead up to next year's municipal election, the city councillor has emphasized the need for change and has been going across the capital to hear directly from residents about the kind of city they want Ottawa to be. CTV Sean Varden is heading to Nepean for that event. And of course, you can get the news anytime, anywhere at ctvnewsottawa.ca. Join me tonight for CTV News at 11:30.
All right, we will do that. And finally for us tonight, one more baseball thing for you here,
Love
Kimberly.
it.
Certainly seemed like the entire city of Toronto erupted in cheers when the Jays clinched a spot in the World Series. But the fans are showing some good sportsmanship. So following the nail-biting Game 7 win against the Mariners, one fan posted on social media that they would donate to the Seattle Children's Hospital. That post got shared and others followed suit. The Seattle Children's Hospital says since then, they've received around 100 donations from Blue Jays fans, thanking them for their generosity. I love that. You always hate to see one team lose and doing something to make it feel a little better. We want to say goodnight to our team of the week, these wonderful handball players, wishing them a wonderful season. Have a good night, everyone.